Was there ever a time that anyone actually had a class from either high school or even college where you were actually forced to use social media to keep up with your homework assignments? Unfortunately, that happened to me once in my life, and this happened back in like 2010. I was actually in college at the time, and I had an English class that actually required me to use Facebook to keep up with my homework assignments, which I will have to say was just very stupid at the even at the time. I don't know what my teacher uh, thought of when she asked us to use Facebook to keep up with our homework assignments. Now, I was still a bit naive at the time. I was like 20 years old when this happened. I didn't really have much of a choice but to stick with Facebook to keep up with my homework assignments. But ultimately, at the end, I was very, very against it. Unfortunately, because of this English class that I had that required me to use Facebook for homework and such, it was what led to my addiction to social media as a whole. And unfortunately, that pretty much did so much damage to my mental health. It wasn't until 2017 when I graduated from college that I finally decided to just stay off of it, for like for good, and not post so much about my own life on it. It was just too much just me as I got older, and it finally reached the level where I just had like where I had to tell myself, okay, you know what, stop, let's not use social media anymore. It's a waste of time. I don't want to waste any more of my time, just going on my phone, looking at stuff and not learn anything from it. It was just it was just a huge mess to me at the time. But when I look back at this now, I realize sticking with the English class that wanted me to use Facebook may have been a major mistake. I really hope that every school that we have here in America or around the world, at the very least, will actually come to understand that, hey, if you're gonna give homework assignments, don't use Facebook. Don't use Facebook or Twitter or anything like that, please. Platforms like that are not the place. If you want, the best way to do it is just make your own platform. That way, it's more secure and safe. And that way, people don't get addicted to social media because you know it it's a terrible thing to be addicted to. It's like one of those really nasty drugs, and I don't want people to suffer the same thing I did. Although social media was a rather bad drug to me at the time, eventually it became something that I can use to my own advantage to educate others. But at the same time, though, I decided to just stick to YouTube because YouTube now contains like a lot of videos that can really teach you a lot of things that you probably wouldn't really get anywhere else, even in schools. Because the reality is, even if you are attending school, you're not going to learn everything in school. Let's just be real here. If you want to learn something, the best way to go about it is to go on YouTube to find some videos that can inspire you and help you become very productive. Ironically enough, it was actually what helped me become a streamer starting on Twitch back in 2018. And my addiction for social media finally went away for good after spending so much time. The fact that I got a job also killed my addiction on social media as well. But there were other factors that were taken into account for it, which I'm not going to go into. But if you guys think about what I went through, if you guys follow me on social media, you probably know what I'm talking about already. My only way of using social media right now is to educate other people on how to live life if you're disabled, and also be aware of what it really means to be disabled in life, because it's not an easy thing to live with, and I want people to understand this as well. Life just isn't easy this way, and I'm really glad that I was able to find a way to use social media to my own advantage and educate others, and I will continue to do that throughout the next couple years. This is Major League Gaming, logging out. I'll see you guys later. Thank you.